Hello friends, welcome back to Codviento. I'm Nihan and today we will dive into the magical world of recursion in Java. Have you ever wondered what would happen if a function called itself? Sounds a bit strange, right? But trust me, it's one of the most powerful concepts in programming. Recursion is often used in advanced programming for sorting, searching, and traversing complex data structures like trees or graphs. But even if recursion seems a bit confusing now, don't worry, by the end of this video you will not only understand it but also know when and how to use it efficiently in your code. Ready? Let's dive in. Recursion is a simple method or function that calls itself to solve smaller version of the same problem. Imagine you are standing in a line and want to figure out how many people are ahead of you. Instead of counting everyone, you ask the person in front of you, how many people are ahead of you? The person doesn't know either, so they tap the person in front of them and ask the same question, how many person? This question continues until the first person in the line reach. The first person says, I'm the only one here. So, there is just one person in the line. Now the answers start rolling back down in the line step by step. The second person adds themselves and says, okay, now there are two people. The third people adds themselves to the total and says there are three. This continues until the answer reaches you at the back of the line. Recursion has three main concepts. Function calling itself, just like each person asking the next one, the function will continue calling itself until they reach the base case. A base case is what stops the recursion. In our example, the base case is when the first person in the line gives the first answer. Building up the solution, once the base case is reached, the answer travels back throughout each previous call. With each person adding their count, each step builds on the previous one until the final answer is reached. Before we start coding, let's quickly explain how the summary function will work using recursion and the call stack. Imagine we have a list of numbers 2, 3, 4 and we want to calculate the sum using recursion. Here, how the function will work. The function is called with the full list 2, 3, 4. It will check the base case. Array is empty? No. We have 2, 3, 4. So, it takes the first element 2 and call itself with the remaining list 3 and 4. It will check the base case again. The list is empty? No. So, in the next call, it will take the second element 3 and call itself again with 4. This continues until the list is empty. At that point, the base case is reached. And the function check if the array is empty, yes, it will return 0. Then the return value starts traveling back up the call stack. The last call returns 0, and the previous call adds 4 to 0 and return 4. And the next call add 3 to 4 and return 7. This continues until the full sum 9 is returned to the first call. The call stack essentially stores each function call until the base case is reached. Then the results are built back up as each call is completed. Now that we understand the recursion and call stack work, let's implement the summary function step by step. I created the class SumArrayList. I import ArrayList. Now I write the SumList method to calculate the sum of the array list using recursion. The method will take ArrayList integer parameter and return as a result integer. First, I'll handle the base case. If the array is empty, we will return 0. Now I will take the first element of array and I will return the result here. And we will recursively call SumList on the remaining list and add the first element to the result. So here we find the first element and we need to calculate the remaining list here. And what is the remaining list? Array list element except the first one. Our recursion method is ready, so we will call our function in a main example. And let's check the result together. So I will define numbers array here also, and I will call with this numbers my function. Time to calculate the sum. And print line the result. Check it together. Okay. Let's run our SumArray class main function and check the result together. As expected, the sum of the array list is printed as 9. That's it for today's video. We learned how to implement recursion in Java with a simple SumArray list example. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coding tutorials. Thank you for watching, friends. See you in the next video.